Yo, I'm your X-Toycat, and here's a weird one. If you load up a new world after 1.19.20 and look for your stronghold, you'll find it significantly more likely to be encased in deep slate. That's right, the strongholds have moved significantly further down, and this is not mentioned anywhere on the changelog, and given that the changelog is meant to be a list of everything in the update, what we call it when there's a feature that is in the update but not on the changelog is a secret feature, and so this is one of those. I'm going to be talking about what it means for speedrunning as well as a brand new beta feature, but while I load up the testing world, this is the moment in a YouTube video where the YouTuber begs you for a subscription, they grovel and they say, we really need it, and statistics prove it, or some other nonsense, and so I hope that you choose to subscribe while I mention that this is one of the most famous worlds for Minecraft Bedrock. It is the set seed glitchless world, so it's the fastest seed to beat Minecraft on if you want to do that, given a set seed. The current world record is 1 minute and 51 seconds, that's how seriously good it is, and if we dig down and look for the stronghold, prior to 1.19.20, this is on an older version of the world that was loaded up before, you'll see how, okay, you'll see a big hole, but if we try that again, you'll see that the stronghold is just 30 blocks below the village. This is a really interesting place, and you can see, looking around the stronghold, that this is in fact the same stronghold that we're about to look up and load up in 1.19.20, not doing anything special to the world, no experimental settings turned on, nothing is out of place here, besides that I'm in creative so I can show you, but if we dig down on that exact same spot, minus 788, you'll see as I dig down, I have to go significantly further, and it's actually hidden about 80 blocks below the village. That is more than double as deep. You can recognize it's the same because we're at the same coordinates, it's the same chest. However, you had to dig down significantly further, and that is a interesting thing for two reasons. One, it means that we've gone below the deep slate layer, so the lava and the stone that was here has been replaced by deep slate and tough, but second of all, it means that if you were speedrunning Minecraft, it has become significantly harder, or at the very least for a set seed speedrun, it's become double the distance, triple the amount of mining you have to do to get into one of these strongholds. In other words, 1.19.20 is significantly harder to beat Minecraft on than it was prior to this version, and that is incredibly interesting if you ask me. That is an incredibly interesting change, and what is the end conclusion from this? Honestly, the easiest thing that you can take from this is that there is one of two possibilities. One, Minecraft decided that actually having this brand new set of deep slate layers should affect where strongholds spawn. Sure, prior to this update, some strongholds would spawn down here, but if they're meant to be deep underground hidden, wouldn't it make sense if they were all hidden much deeper? And down at the deep slate layer is a really cool place to be. The other possibility, based on the fact that it's not on the changelog, because again, usually secret features are intentional, and then they just forgot to write them for whatever reason. It's very, very rare in modern Minecraft because it's a huge game that they just forget to add features, and so as a result, we could also conclude that they did this by mistake. Someone was fixing some bug or adding some new feature somewhere else in the game, and then that is when they realized, or when they didn't realize that they changed strongholds, and most people don't know exactly where a stronghold should be on a seed, so you wouldn't even notice something like this is wrong. In fact, the only reason this was spotted is because Cracked Magnet was playing around with seeds and noticed that, every single stronghold seems to be generating significantly lower than before. And so yeah, if you have to be a seed expert to spot it, you might not notice in the bug fix or the betas, and so here we are with an update that is which has a maybe bug, maybe feature. I could see it going either way. We're gonna have to wait for confirmation from Mojang, but for now, this puts a spanner in the wrench of trying to beat Minecraft on a current version, because it did just get harder, and this means the Bedrock versus Java record, which I have mentioned in a previous video, it currently stands that Bedrock is at 1 minute 51, and Java, because of their latest approved record, is at 1 minute 49. There was 2 seconds inside of it, and it might get a little bit harder for Bedrock to bridge that gap, especially given how optimized the Bedrock run was with the old stronghold. And so yeah, people are either going to have to play old versions to speedrun Minecraft to have a chance at having a world record, or because this is so much lower down, or alternatively, maybe it was never going to happen anyway. But anyway, it's a sad piece of news. However, before I end today, because there's a couple of things I want to mention before I talk about a stream I'm really excited about later, but here is something I want to mention also. There is a brand new beta which came out yesterday, and I usually don't mention betas on this channel. I find betas are subject to a lot of changes, they're very technical, and most people care about the Minecraft they can play, and 99% of people aren't playing betas in my experience, and so I usually only try to cover them when they're really exciting peeks into the future rather than bug fixes. So, I mentioned on Tuesday that 1.19.30 was a relatively unexciting update, and obviously they are doing important things. They've improved spectator mode, they're fixing bugs, they've changed some things to make parity better. There are important improvements, but it's not that exciting for the end user, which is why I mostly haven't covered it. But here in the beta, let me show you something interesting they have just added. If you go to settings, and then you go to creator settings, I wonder why there is a creator settings. Also, important reminder to myself to remove that later. But yeah, as you can see, there is a copy coordinate UI, which you can add to then your keybinds. So if you look down here, these are the things you can use to copy your coordinates into your clipboard. So if you really want now, instead of having to type out and save your coordinates manually, you type Control-Alt-C, and then it copies those coordinates to your clipboard. You can use this out of Minecraft if you want, or you can just use it to store where your coordinates are to teleport everyone. I guess you can teleport from yourself anyway, but you can teleport to those coordinates, or you can minus them, or you can do whatever else. And you can also do this with the position that you're facing at. Is there lava down here? There is. So if you want to, let's say you want to specifically teleport people to this block right here, then you could Control-Alt-X, and now it copies the facing position, which is really cool in my opinion. Will it work for really far away things? It kind of, oh wow, that is really impressive that it works for things so far away. But yeah, you can do, let's really test this, like all the way over there. Control-Alt-X. Yeah, you can get some serious distance on this thing, and then you can teleport to where you're looking at. I don't know if this is the best use of it, but being able to teleport where you're looking is actually a cool idea, right? Like, let's teleport over there now. So now we type /TP, and now we're over there. That is actually, you know, I don't know how or when you'd use this. How far does the range work on this? Can I go all the way over there? Like, can I? Make sure you're looking at a block. Okay, there is a range limit, so before this stops working. But it's still pretty cool, in my opinion, that you can just do that. Maybe just me. Anyway, so there's one more thing I want to tell you about before the end of the day. Thank you for watching my news video. And if you did, maybe you want to watch, I've got later on today, I'm streaming. I want to get a little bit back into the stream game in my Let's Play world. There's a lot of projects I've wanted to work on, and one of the ones is like, okay, I like building new biomes, and given that we don't know about end biomes, and we don't know if they're going to be adding them, it seems potentially unlikely, I want to go ahead and make my own end biomes to make my end a bit more lively. I feel like I've wanted to make biomes for a while. I feel like the end needs new biomes, and I've felt that for a while. Why don't I make my own end biomes from scratch? In survival in my Let's Play world. Let's make the end a little bit prettier, and so that is the goal we're going to be going through on today's stream. It's going to be a lot of survival, and so if you like long survival streams, come over. I'd appreciate the, I don't know, support, affection, and whatnot. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. Hope you all found it interesting, because I'll see you in the next one. Yeah, seeds this is a really interesting seed, huh? There's a lot of interesting things going on. How about I teleport down there real quick and see what's happening down there? Wow, isn't that cool? You know, I know this has been on Java for a while, but it's cool that slowly but surely they're adding parity for these things. Even though it's weird that it's behind creator settings, but whatever, things exist how they exist. And you know what doesn't exist? The end of this video. Bye.